Simple surds. Consider the square root of 28. This is not a simplified surd as we can split it down, and we'll look at the process for that here. What we do is we look for two factors of 28 such that one of them is a square number. Now, in saying a square number, I mean a square number other than 1. We know that a 1 is a factor of everything, and it doesn't actually help to write it as 1 multiplied by 28. So we're looking for a square number that isn't 1. Now here, fairly obviously, 4 is a factor, so we have 4 multiplied by 7 gives us 28. Using what we've learned already about surds, we can write that as the square root of 4 multiplied by the square root of 7. And of course the square root of 4 is 2. So root 28 can be written as 2 root 7. Is that fully simplified? Well, yes it is, because the process cannot be repeated with the square root of 7. The only square factor of 7 is 1. So the only factor of 7 that's a square number is 1, and I already said that we don't use that because it doesn't help. So root 7 is a simple surd. And the simplest way of writing root 28 is 2 root 7. So we're going to do the same thing with root 18 and root 72. We're going to write them in the form a multiplied by the square root of b. And in both cases, we're going to make sure that root b is a simplified surd. So 18 is fairly straightforward. 18 is 9 multiplied by 2, and 9 is a square number. So that's the square root of 9 multiplied by the square root of 2, which gives us 3 root 2. We can't repeat the process with 2, and therefore that's a simplified surd. However, with 72, well, let's just look at this. We could, for example, say that that's root 9 times 8, which is root 9 root 8, which is 3 root 8. But that's not the end of the process, because of course 8 is 4 times 2, so root 8 is not a simple surd. So we'd have 3 multiplied by root 4 times 2, which is 3 multiplied by root 4 root 2, and of course root 4 is 2, multiply that by 3 is 6, so we have 6 root 2. Could we have got there directly? Well, yes we could, because we could have said that 72 is 36 multiplied by 2, which is root 36 root 2, which is 6 root 2. So we get the same result. It doesn't matter if you go the wrong way first, as long as you spot that, for example in this situation, that the root 8 is not a simple surd.